One way of doing it, I think, which is very useful, is the Tamil Nadu experience we talked about, TNUDIF, where we were actually, my organization was a promoter of that fund, is you do a bypass of the municipality. You create urban-level entities, which I believe is what the government of India is going to announce when they do the guidelines of smart cities, which then become mechanisms for pooling in the capital and appraising projects and trying to fund the projects. If you want to finance infrastructure, urban infrastructure in India, you really need to create an architecture where the private player or the investor is really not taking a punt on the creditworthiness of the municipality, because that is never going to happen. You need to carve out payment structures and guarantee mechanisms. I give you a live example where my organization is involved, and some people in the audience know about this case. We took over the operations of the city bus service in Nagpur town. Now, in the state of Maharashtra, they annually revise the bus fares for the Road Transport Corporation, which is a pan-Maharashtra organization. And there is no separate mechanism for looking at the bus fares in Nagpur municipal area. But the cost of running a municipal bus service is completely different from running long-range buses over 200-300 kilometers. The rolling stock requirement is different, everything. You need depots, you need so many different things. And this project which we invested in Nagpur is now virtually on the way to bankruptcy. But what do we need there actually? We are getting an annual fare increase which is equivalent to the average for the state. If there was a guarantee mechanism, a payment guarantee mechanism, which says that you will be given this fare, then on that basis of a sovereign guarantee or a payment guarantee, I could raise money anywhere in the market. I don't need a municipal bond. So really you need the state to step in to backstop, provide a liquidity backstop, as it were, as a guarantor. And when I have these discussions with my good friends and colleagues in the finance ministry, I have to repeatedly tell them that creating infrastructure is a sovereign function. It is not a private function. It's not been done anywhere in the world except the United States, is one exception. Nowhere in the world has infrastructure been done purely by private financing. It is a sovereign function. The sovereign has to step in and take ownership. There have been some success stories in India. I mean, you mentioned Tamil Nadu. I'll talk about a state which I'm more familiar with, Karnataka. Whether it's an ADB-funded project or a World Bank-funded project, private participants like us are very, very wary of having the municipality as a counterbody for various reasons. So in Karnataka, what they did, they created something equivalent to the TNUDIF. They created the Karnataka Urban Infrastructure Finance Development Corporation. And that's doing a lot of ADB-funded, World Bank-funded projects. So when we go, as my institution, we bid for these projects, the counterparty is this fund, which is fairly liquid, it has a balance sheet. And so I'm saying it's not beyond the realm of financial engineering or ingenuity to conceive structures which provide comfort to the private sector participant, which will ensure outcomes in terms of project delivery, and yet not be too much of a burden on the state.